Jamie, can I have one of your beers?
Absolutely. I got the Doppelbock and I got the Beast.
I'll take Doppelbock.
Hello.
We're team building here.
Phone.
Yeah.
One team.
Yeah, team building without you guys. Eat it.
Squad
Go
goals.
team building.
Yes. John, you're Swayze.
Synergy.
You know, if we were the bouncer team.
Yep. I'm the cooler.
Want to ring the bell?
I'm taking it back. I'm taking them all back.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
I'm a loner, Daddy. Rebel.
I am the walrus.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to John Hates Movies, the movie review podcast where my friends prevent me from tracking down my David Hasselhoff albums and instead force me to watch movies. Hooray! This week, we have with us Eric Largent.
Just talking about freedom. Tally ho.
Yeah. We have
The world was upside down.
we have Colin McMillan.
I'm a badass. How about you?
We have Chris Arsenault.
Yes, I am also as well here.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to find the damn thing.
Oh, yeah.
This is ludicrous.
We have Jamie Donaldson.
Hey, John. Still not a stripper.
And James Barrow.
In space, no one can hear you slurp.
And I am your host, John Barrow. Oh boy, we'll just get right to it. We watched Sharknado 3.
Yay.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, hell no.
Fuck yeah, we did.
Yes. Yes, we did.
What's
A quick
what's
rundown?
Sharknado 4 going to be called? Sharknado 4, son of a bitch.
Sharknado 4, suck it, nerds.
Yes, Sharknado 3, when a vortex of airborne sharks attacks Washington, D.C., then threatens Florida's theme park.
Sorry.
It says parks,
Sorry,
but it's
Vortex
park.
of Airborne Sharks is way less catchy than Sharknado.
I know.
It was a word
Netflix trying to avoid saying the word Sharknado.
Yeah, like they don't want to describe
Apparently.
a Sharknado as a Sharknado.
That's a tautology.
like Al Roker in part
I was
2.
going to
He
say,
wouldn't say Sharknado.
Netflix thinks it's better than Al Roker.
Finn must again risk it all to save the children. All the children everywhere.
Won't somebody think of the children?
Starring our
boy.
Ian
My boy.
Searing, Tara Reid, and Cassie Scarbo. I'm gonna go with Scarbo.
Sorbo. Kevin
Scarecrow.
Sorbo.
It's pronounced sorbet.
Joel Scarborough.
It's pronounced Colbert.
And it, directed by Anthony C. Ferrante, who
That's a spicy name.
He's directed all three of them so
Really?
far. So
that guy can tango.
good on you, Anthony.
He also makes
Yeah.
kicking chicken nuggets.
So, normally, the guy who picks this movie goes first. I picked this movie, but because there's so many of us today, I'm only going to say one thing about this
I'm
movie.
going next.
And then I'm going to let everybody else
I'll go after
get
Eric.
the floor. The one thing I'm going to say about this movie is not as fun as the second one.
What?
No.
You crazy.
So maybe I'll revisit that later after I hear some more opinions, but that's pretty much my verdict for this, is that it's on the downswing, folks. The Sharknado train might be coming into the station.
John, you want me to start this thing off?
Yeah,
all right.
Go ahead.
Because
Me next, me
motherfuckers,
next.
I got some notes.
No boy.
They're back. They're back from the dead.
Yes.
Yo.
Oh.
Nice. Crisp.
And also at the end of the episode last week, at the end of our God Bless America episode, I said hopefully Sharknado 3 has 100% less pedophiles than in Sharknado 2.
You're wrong.
no.
And,
fucking
yeah.
Jared. Okay. Well, anyway.
Oh no.
Eat
You know,
fresh.
this is
That's his motto.
this is like the fourth time we've talked about Jared on our fucking podcast. You know that? Like,
The worst is
Yeah.
when
He
he
gets
didn't-
his pants stolen.
You know,
He didn't
hey,
even get eaten. He didn't even get eaten. His pants got eaten.
Pause for editing.
Yeah.
okay.
That's what Jared told the judge.
First note: home from the ska show. Made myself a gin and tonic and some pizza rolls. I'm ready to Sharknado.
Dude, I pizza roll too.
Next note: did they film Shark? Oh, did. Okay, it looks like I've shortened Sharknado to just Snado. S-Nado.
That's a snake NATO.
Snado.
Good idea, autocorrect.
Did they film Snado 3 before Snado 1? Finn is looking great. He is.
Yep.
Look good. He took his shirt off.
running
I
everywhere.
saw it.
It was
His
definitely
shirt mysteriously
an
disappeared.
inexplicable
Yeah.
underpants
All
scene.
the clothing is gone.
Next note.
With the
Wait.
jet.
Mark Cuban is the president? He's the dude from Shark Tank. Get it, guys?
I
get it.
Oh.
I didn't know who that was.
That's Mark Cuban, the owner of the Dallas Mavericks. And he's on a TV show called Shark Tank. Okay, but seriously, sharks are just chilling in the Potomac?
Yeah.
That's not realistic at all.
And like tons of
I thought they fell out of the sky into the Potomac.
They were up
No,
there
man,
for a long
no.
time.
They scooped up like 10 sharks from one like cubic meter of water in the Potomac. It was fucking nuts.
Next note, please let Mark McGrath bang Ann Coulter.
Yeah. Did they ever come back to that?
No.
Because like,
No,
it's like,
they just
ran up,
disappeared.
yeah, and they're like, yeah, they're probably banging.
I took
Didn't
my
McGrath get eaten?
I don't know. I don't know.
no,
I thought he got eaten
no.
This one.
No,
No, they surfed on portraits of Lincoln and Washington
Which
and
was
got
hilarious.
away. And if,
Oh, right.
and if that doesn't get you laid, I don't know
Right?
what will.
Yeah, except
Especially by
it's,
Ann Coulter.
he's married to Finn's sister,
So?
remember? So
he just
so
rode
what?
a president down a flight of shark-infested stairs. He
I'm sure-
deserves something.
I'm sure the sister got eaten by a shark anyway.
Look, John,
it's not a
John,
big deal.
every morning there's a halo hanging from the corner. Shut the door, baby. That's the word. Okay. Next note. You know what kind of vacuum that was? A shark. A shark vacuum. Next note.
Vortex.
Yo, Finn, I see you shooting, but you ain't aiming at the sharks. Okay. Next note.
Must have been a good Scotch show.
I was. It was. I was bevved up, as they say.
Do they say?
Yeah.
Running on a full tank.
I guess I don't know what they say.
Next note. Dude, Tara Reid's face is actually moving quite a bit. Shout out to her dermatologist.
No.
Shout out.
Next note. Shout out to Hoda. You a bad bitch. Hoda Kotb, you're my girl. All right, next.
I don't know who
She's
that is.
she does the Today Show with Hoda and
Kathy
Kathy.
Lee.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was Rhoda.
Gotcha.
I thought it was Rodan.
I thought it was Yoda.
Rhoda something?
Rhoda is
I thought it
something.
was Rodan.
It's Hoda.
It was a giant block of Gouda.
She's Egyptian, I think. Anyway, next note. Oh shit, Michelle Bachmann. This is like the most important work she's ever done.
Michelle Bachman? Yeah.
Next note. Wait, a young woman forgetting her phone. That's less plausible than the Sharknado.
Right?
Oh my god!
No,
Dude, I got that exact note in mind.
No, the most implausible thing was her answering was a person under 30 years old answering their cell phone when somebody calls.
Oh, yeah, like Tara Reid's like, she always answers
I'm
her
like,
phone. I was
that's
like,
bullshit.
yeah, right.
No, she answers your texts.
Right.
She doesn't answer her
No,
phone.
she answers a phone call with the text.
Yes, you call her and then she texts you what?
If you're under 30, apparently you're not aware that a phone is actually intended to make voice, communication
the phone
between
rang
two
and I got
people in different
nervous.
places.
All right, next note. Whoa, Frankie Muniz. More like Frankie Meth is.
He's Malcolm in the midlife crisis.
well done.
At what, like 28?
Yeah, I know, right?
He definitely looks
He's younger
like
than
he's
all of
lived
our
hard.
sorry.
Yeah, he does look a little.
He looks like
What a
Benjamin
ride.
at like you're 12.
All right. Next note. Hey guys, you know what me and sharks have in common? We both like real big fish.
Jeez. Oh, mustache.
Pick it up.
Well played.
Terrible. Next note. This chick's hockey pads make me think that she's pretty serious. What's the name of the girl you were talking about?
Nova.
Yeah.
She was just wearing hockey pads.
Yeah,
And she had the skull mask that never came back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next note, Go-Go Gadget Chainsaw. Apparently Tara Reid's got like...
She's got a bionic hand with a chainsaw.
She's like part Anakin Skywalker, part fucking Gadget Chainsaw.
See, okay, hold on a sec. I'd like to address
Wouldn't
that.
Wouldn't you though? I mean, like, wouldn't you?
I can't
Yes, I
say
would.
many good things about Tara Reid. I don't think anyone really can. However, Reid is better than Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah, I guess you're
Hayden
right.
Christensen, Anakin Skywalker.
Like
Yes.
acting-wise?
The casting of Anakin
I will
Skywalker left Chris
just allow
Hayden
her
Christensen.
to be slightly valued above Hayden Christensen.
Okay.
She looks like somebody dug her up from underneath the trailer park to be in this movie.
Oh, she looked good. Shut up. She looked good. All right. Next note. You guys
No,
are busy
Eric.
fucking up.
No, Eric. She didn't.
All right, well, anyway.
Next note. The fuck.
Sorry.
Jared is back. What the fuck? The real danger in this movie is that sub-selling perv. Okay. Next note. Okay, Finn. New plan. Head back up to New York and rip Jared in half with a chainsaw. Next
Well,
note.
you know, the problem was that he was no longer too big to fail. Get it? Because he was thinner.
Oh boy.
Next note. Frankie Muniz just went out like Anakin Skywalker. Because he got his arm and his legs chopped off, and he was still trying to crawl.
And then uses his chin. I want him to stick his tongue out.
I wanted him to yell maniacally, I hate you!
All right. Next note is for Colin specifically.
Oh, hello.
Can't beat sharks that got the high ground.
Next note. I like sharks like I like my women. Sharp and cold-blooded.
Oh,
Yeah. They're not
mammals. Watch out, boys. Too young.
Good thread. Good thread.
Next note. What the fuck, Ian? Why do you have abs?
Oh God, I know, right?
In this
one.
Dude, I know.
He is,
I know. Like his shirt
set
comes
up.
off, and I'm like, "Oh, fuck you, Ian Derek. Fuck you.
You're 10 years older than me. How is this a
Fuck
thing?
you and your abs and your fucking awesome chin, and shut up with your teeth, you fucker."
Next note. I think I might like watching The Walking Dead more if it was sharks instead of zombies.
Yeah.
You know, there was a serious Walking Dead vibe for this one, for sure.
Next note, don't shark the Hoff. Don't hassle the shark. Don't shark the Hoff. I don't know.
Any combination works.
Right. Next note, I want Fat Roker back.
He was so much more jolly.
He looks so.
It's like they popped an air balloon.
Yeah.
He looks like the Crypt Keeper now. Like,
Speaking of
it's
pop
real bad.
balloon, Penn.
Oh, yeah. Two people that look so much worse than.
Yes.
Yes. Wow.
Next note, why aren't Bruce Willis and Ben Affleck helping with this? Don't want to close my eyes.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to fall asleep because I miss you, baby. And I don't want to miss a thing.
Well, did they not use the phrase Sharkmageddon at one point? I'm pretty sure they said Sharkmageddon.
No, I think they said
Sharkopolis.
They also use the term sharkicane.
That last note had a postscript. And John, Steve Buscemi.
Oh, I did not look like Steve Buscemi.
Eric's throwing the shade.
Look, I'm still catching fucking Paul Giamatti shit. So I'm not giving it up.
I haven't brought up Paul Giamatti in a long time.
Not true.
But I
you
also
posted his picture on one of my threads.
Not recently.
Because
you did.
okay, look, Eric.
I was going to say on the
can-
podcast, mostly because I haven't been here.
Eric, the problem is you can never get a celebrity jab back at Chris because there are no celebrities ugly enough to look like him.
Oh, that's harsh.
That's not true. Dom DeLuise.
Thank you for the save.
Actually, I think Chris looks a little bit like Tyler Labine, the guy from
Dale.
From Dale and Tucker.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he looks like me.
Yeah,
he stole my
he does.
He was quite charming.
Yeah,
quite charming.
I watched a movie he was in just the other day called Mountain Men. It was one of those movies where the whole time you think something terribly tragic and horrific is going to happen, but once it's all over and you realize nothing horribly tragic happened, you realize it may have actually been a comedy.
You realize it after the fact.
Next note, Yo Sharks. Next note.
Yo MTV Sharks.
Next note, Spack Shackricks. Which
Wow.
I meant to type Space Sharks.
Spack Shackricks.
That's the name of the leader of the Space Sharks.
It's the new CEO of Life Industries, Spack Shackricks.
Oh, there we go. That can stick.
He's from Dimension X.
Penultimate note. Now Hoff knows how Matt Damon felt.
Dude, he was the Martian. You can't throw shade to Matt Damon.
He was the shark shit.
And final note. Now Finn knows how David Bowie felt descending to Earth inside a shark. Is that like David Bowie? Obviously not a human, not from this planet. Did he descend to Earth in a shark?
That's
Maybe.
the only proper explanation.
Yeah.
I think the baby
yeah.
he pushes out of the shark slit at the end. I
It's
think that was
David
David
Bowie.
Bowie.
That
It's clearly David Bowie. Oh my God.
that was a fucked up. That was
Yes, it was.
That was just
That was like
fucked up.
zombie baby
Yeah.
level. I don't
I'll
want
bring
to
that
see
up in
this.
mind.
Okay.
That was hilarious.
so that was it for the notes. Remember, so like every week we've watched a movie that you guys have seen before, and it's like nostalgia stuff, and I'm like, I haven't seen it before. You know what? I had seen this fucking Sharknado 3 before.
Really?
I watched it last
You
summer
probably
when
saw
it
it
came
really-
out. Yeah, I watched
You
it.
had never seen The Karate Kid, but you watched Sharknado 3 on release.
Hey, these movies are important.
It's like I don't even know you anymore.
So, like, you know, I knew it was coming.
I hadn't watched it before we chose it, but I did watch it the day I was told we were gonna do it.
Spec Shack.
Oh,
gosh.
wow.
So like when you guys
Spec
it would have been last Thursday or Friday that you
Yep.
guys
Yep.
announced, yeah, you're gonna be here for this one. I watched it like last Friday.
nice.
Spack Shackricks sounds like you should play for the Lakers. Let me go. Are you there?
Well, I just want to say this is probably my second favorite Sharknado movie. The first one is real garbage. The second one was a rollicking good time. And this
Yes.
one is somewhere in between
Yes.
the
So
two.
it goes 1-3, 2-1, 3-2.
It goes 8, 6, 7, 5, 3, 0,
Oh,
9.
nice.
All right, Colin.
A-B-B-A.
Select start.
Yeah, I better go now because if I drink any more before in my review, I will never shut up. So,
All right.
Crack away, my friends. Watched it today, like between work and now. Came home, made myself some dinner, sat down, and I was very excited because Sharknado 2 was just so fun for
It was a
me.
romp.
I don't know. So, it was really like I laughed.
Did you say
a lot
romp?
in
It was a
Sharknado
fucking
2.
romp.
Yeah, it was.
I
It
used
was
to
a
romp
fucking
with him.
romp.
It was
There's no
good.
doubt about it.
No.
That should be its own genre is romp. And it should be movies like Sharknado 2. I mean, I recall and I was really
Rom-com.
excited sitting down and rom-com, love it. So I fire up Sharknado 3, and the first bit is just like Finn running around, and I'm already laughing. I was just like, because it's just him in areas that should be full of people, but they're not. Right? Like DC is just completely empty, and he's just running. And I was like, oh my god, I love Sharknado so much, and I love Ian Ziering, and I love Finn Shepard. Yep. And I recall saying things like, he's my unofficial like extra Avenger.
Chainsaw shark.
You know, like, chainsaw guy who fights sharks. Like, yes, that's his power. I mean, he's kind of like, he would be like the Aquaman of the Avengers.
Well,
still more.
Ziering's a lot better than Aquaman.
Still more powerful than Hawkeye.
Wait, but seriously, he would be a fucking dope Aquaman, actually.
He really would. He's got the look.
He really would be a great fucking Aquaman. Anyway, so, like, second shot of him running, and I'm just
Aquaman,
laughing.
He could stop the Sharknadoes. He would have the power.
Well, that would be the grand irony. Or maybe he's causing them.
Oh. He just wants
So the final Sharknado movie is Ian Ziering versus Ian Ziering.
Whoa.
So anyway, I'm already laughing at, like, the second shot of the movie, and honestly, it ended there.
Yep. Uh-huh.
Like, it was all downhill from the very first 30 seconds of this movie. I'm finding myself saying things I never thought I'd say in my life, such as, it just didn't have the charm of Sharknado 2.
See, I love it that James is vigorously shaking his head right now because he hated Sharknado 2, and I think he liked Sharknado 3.
He's such a weird kid.
It's not like I hated it, and honestly, like I was actually legitimately excited that
Didn't
Nova
you
came
feel
back
left
in this
down?
movie. Yeah, yes, I felt totally let down. But like, I was really glad they brought Nova back, except that they brought her back and did the same thing with her in the first movie, which is nothing. They have this character that would be honestly a pretty good pairing with the main character, but for some reason Tara Reid is in this fucking movie, so that doesn't happen.
I'm sorry, Colin. Did you not see the end of the movie?
Well, yeah, a piece of Skylab fucking crushes Tara Reid, which is literally the best thing I've
Nova's
ever
opportunity
seen.
to take Ian Ziering in Sharknado 4.
She already slept with his son, though.
And putting Nova in the coveted Facebook position of stepmom. So now she gets to look fly as hell in pictures with a baby. So, all right. So my super duper Hollywood crush on Christina Ricci is no secret. And I realized today that Tara Reid is like my anti Christina Ricci. I'm sorry, T. Reid. I hate you so much. I hate Tara Reid so much, and it started for me when I marathon Scrubs on Netflix, like in 2014, and there's an arc where she's the love interest, and she's just fucking awful. And like anybody in an on-screen couple that makes Zach Braff look like he's slumming it really fucking sucks.
Man.
I just hate Tara Reid so much. And like Cassie Schnurblog is bae, so like, or whatever her name is, I don't know. Nova is bae, so like I just hate Tara Reid in these movies more than is possible. She has like this cool saw blade hand, which like I used to draw shit like that in grade school. Yeah. I like made that shit up and was like, this is probably the coolest thing I've ever thought of. In this movie, I was like, and you put it on Tara Reid, and I just want to like go through every drawing from my childhood I saved and tear them up.
It's for that version of Colin, not this version of Colin.
What?
Yeah,
this movie is aiming at middle school Colin, not boring old Colin.
Yeah,
but she has
but middle school Colin would have also hated Tara Reid. But so all right, I mean,
she did that at the end of Sharknado 2, though.
It's not like the whole movie pissed me off. It was just Sharknado 2 was so much fun, and I expected as much from this one. So like, there are certain parts that I thought were like phenomenally awesome, but like for instance, the whole Ian Ziering and the president shooting sharks could literally only have been made better if it was actually Barack Obama.
Right.
Like, that's such a funny idea.
I thought it would be David Hasselhoff saying the cover of this movie. playing the president.
God, why didn't they make him the president?
I know.
Like,
They
that
could
would
have
have
made
been way
him the
better.
president and still Finn's father.
Yeah. Yep.
You know,
And the
you know
hero.
what's- oh man, I can't remember what I thought.
That would
Like,
have been
I thought
amazing
for-
if they just hadn't mentioned that Finn's dad was the president in the first two movies.
Right, like the president's son is just some surfer that runs a
That
bar
would have
down
been
in Florida.
amazing. Especially, like I said, think about that: the president and his son going and saving the world from
From
sharks,
sharks.
and then
So
sacrificing him and leaving himself on the moon.
It's like Independence Day.
important clues to what's
Our
about to happen
Independence
in Sharknado 3. Anytime a character is on camera alone that isn't one of the main characters, they're about to have a shark land.
About to get shot.
Yeah.
Like, this pretty much never fails. Like, hey guys, wait for me! Splap! Well, I guess I'm all by myself! Splap! Like,
Don't
and it's not even...
shark attack. You're Pacific Rimmers.
Oh, you would have been proud, Eric. Yesterday I was practicing my Tracy Jordan impression.
Yeah.
Or Tracy Morgan impression. Yeah. Well, that sounds like a good idea to me. Like,
You're Pacific Rimmers.
that sounds perfectly reasonable. I don't know. Like, the other thing is, like, the new famous people that they tossed into Sharknado 3 were not nearly as amusing as the famous people they tossed into
Fucking
Sharknado
Ann
2.
Coulter. Why was she there?
I know.
Exactly. Like,
This movie
I was glad to
littered
see
with
Matt
that.
Lauer and the crew return to, like,
That's
Yeah.
the takeaway
show
from
that
the
they
film.
are, in fact, this is the difference between professional personalities and actors, because they are professional personalities, not actors. And you can tell when it's like when they're supposed to be screaming at a shark that's off camera, and they're just screaming at the camera like directly.
Get away from me, you shark.
All right. Okay. Also, at the very end, Finn and his son Gil. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Come on! Come on!
Get out of here
fucking
with
dope.
that.
Fucking
it's dope.
shark, its name is Finn!
It's fucking
If
dope.
you didn't complain
I mean-
about this in the first movie, you have no right to complain about this shit now.
Right, and they actually
I would
mentioned
have if
that.
I was here.
Because-
I would have if I was here. I was like, Finn, really?
Hoff was like, there are sharks in space? How's that possible? He's like, the same way it's possible if they're in a tornado. Shut up. Like, in the movie.
I know, I love that shit. Yeah.
I did enjoy that.
I don't know. I think that what it was is like in Sharknado 2, they just owned the fact that Sharknado is absolute crap, and they just like went nuts with the crapness. In this one, it actually felt for a second like they were trying to make it slightly less crappy, and it made it entirely more crappy.
Didn't it have a Walking Dead vibe to it?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah, it did.
absolutely thought that. Like halfway through, I was like, "Oh, this is very much like it's the Sharking Dead." So yeah, like I mean, I was really glad to see Nova back, and I guess ostensibly Tara Reid dead at the end. Although you
Not
don't show it on
really.
screen.
Nope.
It's not. If it's off screen, they didn't die. Also,
They can
way to kill
rebuild
off.
her.
Yeah.
Wait
She's
to
gonna come
kill
back
off
as
George R. R.
Robo-Mom.
Martin. I
Yeah.
was pretty stoked they killed off George R. R. Martin.
Yeah.
That was sweet.
Yeah.
So that was him.
Yeah, that was
I
him.
thought it
That was
was.
definitely him.
Who?
Yeah.
Where? When?
He was in the movie theater and he got his head
Yeah, it was
bitten
in the
off by
movie
a
theater.
shark.
Fat bearded guy gets his head eaten
okay,
by a
yeah.
shark.
That's Germ.
Germ.
He was watching, what was it, Shark Wedding?
Yes,
Like
it was
that.
Shark Wedding. The footage from which was actually, I think, from Three-Headed Shark Attack, starring Danny Trejo. I did think
Look
the
it up.
intro sequence, like the opening animation titles, was actually pretty sweet.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know. Sharknado 2 thrilled me, and this one sort of only semi-thrilled me. And
So you could say that this Sharknado 2 thrilled you, and Sharknado 3 killed you. Does that mean Sharknado first one kissed you?
You too, right?
Yes. So, Colin, marry, fuck, kill, Sharknado movies.
well, I mean, marry
Wait.
2, fuck 3, and kill 1.
All right, there you go.
Because one was really, really awful.
Yeah, one was
I
terrible.
think that kind of goes across the board.
Yeah. I think that is the, like, anybody who disagrees with that marry, fuck, kill is just I don't know. Is
I'm
James?
with you.
James,
No.
defend
James.
yourself.
James
That's
would
it.
fuck
Sharknado
all
2
of
was
them.
funnier. Sharknado 3 was still pretty funny, but notably not Sharknado 2.
But
It's
yeah,
not
but a
anything I haven't done
letdown
before.
after the second
Correct.
one. After the heights of the second
Correct.
one. I mean, the second one was really good. Anyway.
We're talking about fucking sharks, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Don't get
Well,
your head bit off.
Which is illegal in
I mean, part 4 has to be human-shark hybrids, so it's coming.
Street sharks.
Street sharks.
Keep the predictions, kind of close to your chest, guys, because it might have something to do with the game.
The walking sharks.
Oh. All right, that's it.
So who's next?
All right, I guess I'll go.
Yeah, defend
All
yourself.
right.
I got a
Counterpoint.
counterpoint.
Yeah, let's counterpoint. Let's
John,
counterpoint.
counterjoint.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
Counterjoint, bro.
I'm like,
Fucking blaze it.
I feel like an old Republican looking at Caitlyn Jenner and being like, I thought we decided this was bad. What's going on?
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. All right.
James,
What are you doing?
you really got to work on your metaphors,
Yeah,
man.
I disagree.
Oh, come on. I think my metaphors are fine.
That hammered some sort of point down.
Yeah, it's definitely a point. Not necessarily, I'm not sure if it's the point I wanted, but it's a point.
It contained words.
James hates the transgender community, apparently.
No, I do not.
No, he's just playing a role of a Republican that does.
Yes.
Okay.
And is
Yes.
confused because another fellow Republican is now transgender, and that means you have to think.
Exactly. Yes.
Wait a minute,
You're making me think about Sharknado 3, and that's not right.
as if transgender people, each of them are individuals,
Right.
each different from the other.
Has Caitlyn Jenner like a Republican? Is that a thing?
Does she have a
Yeah,
sex
yeah, yeah.
tape out yet? Just asking for a friend.
Okay, thanks about Sharknado.
Who's editing this?
Me. I am.
You
It's
might
staying in.
wisely keep this
staying
out.
It
Everybody's
may stay
review. I'm
in.
going to reference my Caitlyn Jenner joke.
All right. I can point you towards the Sharknado porn, but
Oh, God.
Whoa.
Porknado.
Well, I'm about to look up Sharknado porn on my phone. So
I wonder if there
there
is
we
a
go.
porn parody. That would
Of
be
course
hilarious.
there is. Anyway,
All right, so
All right, James.
yes. All right, I'll find time for me to start, I guess.
No time at all.
No time. Okay,
No
so
time for sharks, Dr. Jones.
all right, so Sharknado was on Netflix, and yes, last night I had a choice to make because Sharknado was on Netflix. I also had a dull, rusty knife, so I could watch Sharknado 3, or I could also cut my dick off. And it was a difficult choice.
so how are you healing?
Gotta weigh your options.
Well, I actually went through it and watched Sharknado.
Here's James' review of sawing his penis off. Oh, God.
At first it hurt. Then it really hurt. But then it didn't hurt, strangely. It kind of tingled.
Well, yeah, so last night, watching Sharknado 3 is like at this point for me, watching the Sharknado movies is like going to the bar after you're 30. You'll have a good time, but fuck if you want to put in the effort.
Yeah.
I hear that. Oh, yeah.
I did that twice last night.
Yeah.
Because I did go to the bar. I am past 30, and then I watched Sharknado 3.
It's like, I would rather die than leave my house right now. It's like, I'd rather die than push play. I know I'll have fun once it gets going, but I'd rather die right now. So, I had fun with this, honestly. I had a lot of fun. And to tell you the truth, for me, the thing that I liked about it was I said from the very beginning that they just did not go over the top enough with it. They did not go to the level that I needed them to go. And Sharknado 2, which was shit, here's the thing. I don't think Sharknado 2 was intentionally bad in the slightest. I think it was unintentionally bad all the way.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you. No, I don't
Yeah.
think this guy knows what he's doing. He's not a craftsman. This is not like carefully chosen stuff.
No.
But he stumbled on some fun in 2 that just wasn't present in 3.
Do you think he's so delusional that when they're making these movies, he says shit like, "Yeah, this is what we'll be remembered for"? Like, do you think he thinks he's making a good movie?
He is.
No, but here's the thing: Sharknado 3 is so much better of a movie in a technical aspect than Sharknado 2. I mean, Sharknado 3 is when you could think of
really
things like
the type of movie you look for that technical accuracy out of. But
no,
okay.
yeah, exactly, totally. But I mean, here's the thing: when you think about framing, lighting,
They
continuity,
had a budget.
we're talking. Sharknado 3 was a solid C-.
Can I counterpoint you real quick with something I forgot to mention? The mayor of New York City was definitely not present. He was not there, because he's never in frame with any other characters, and it's all just a close-up on his face, and then it cuts to people reacting. He was fucking never there.
Yeah, not to say that it totally didn't have it. I mean, it had a shit ton of shortcomings, but the script and the story and everything was so much better than Sharknado 2 in a technical way. I'm talking about
what? Explain how the story was actually even any different than Sharknado 2.
Or how, there was anything that made a remote amount of sense.
Other than adding the realism that they acknowledge that we have a president.
Don't get me wrong. It's all bad. It's all garbage.
Okay, all right, good.
John, feel free to delete the post I just posted.
I have to see it. Don't delete it yet. Oh my god. I'm going right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is Sharknado.
Yes! I'm so excited. Oh no! What's happening?
And it's a gay porn.
I was going to say, is that Sharknado gay porn?
It's a picture of James's review.
What's happening? I feel uncomfortable.
Sharknado 2.
So what I'm saying,
I like how all the sharks in the tornado are anthropomorphic.
yeah,
You can see their little anthropomorphic silhouettes. That's gross.
hilarious.
Yes,
All right.
yes, you can.
So what I'm getting at here is that from Sharknado 1, we have come a long way from rubbery CG, a single rubbery CG shark on a wet staircase being a threat that keeps them in the house.
Slurp.
to Sharknado 3, where nobody's really interacting with sharks in a way that looks obviously super fake.
Why does it look?
I mean, it looks
the
fake,
one giving is
but-
crying, not the one receiving.
That's Sharknado.
Yeah.
Go.
Just the
Sharknado.
shame of it.
Sorry. Anyway,
He's crying because of his career.
I mean, seriously, yeah. In Sharknado 3, all the shots with storms in it, they're actually shot when it's cloudy.
Yeah, that did.
That's true.
Okay. Yes. I'll give you that, James.
Note from the studio.
But that's such a small
That's just
thing compared to
convenient, James.
some of the other just terrible.
it is better than the first
glaring
one,
errors.
where it's
Yeah.
glaringly daytime.
Yes. I had forgotten about that.
They still have glaring daytime in 2.
Right.
Yeah.
But no, I'm actually advocating for you. They did a lot better job with that in the third one.
Yeah.
Yes.
No. So okay,
You're right. I had forgotten about that in the first chapter, particularly.
Yeah, so pretty much that plus the fact that it was over the top enough for me to enjoy it. Those were the two things that I liked Sharknado 3 over 2. I think that, actually probably pacing wise, Sharknado 2 is better, and probably the fact that the guy couldn't make a movie as good as Sharknado 3 at that point added to the charm. I'm willing to give you that. However, I'd just say, for my sake, I like Sharknado 3 better. So a couple things, because I've almost used all my jokes during everybody else's review. Was
honest.
Happily still has a penis.
Yes, they still have a penis happily.
Thank goodness.
Bo Derek looked better than Tara Reid.
Yikes.
And
She's like a 10.
Tara Reid looked much better in this movie than she did in Sharknado 2.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like they got the idea for the mascara gun in Sharknado 3. from the makeup that Tara Reid wore in Sharknado 2, because I'm pretty sure what they did is they just loaded all her makeup in a shotgun and Dick Cheney'd her face. In Sharknado 2. When they are at the theme park and stuff, they're at Universal Studio Orlando, which, you know, this movie was a giant commercial for Universal Studio. And honestly, I mean, it worked well for the movie because, hey, you know, disaster in a theme park. I mean, that's a proven formula.
Yeah.
So, so when I was watching that and I was like, oh man, there's this woman giving the VIP treatment to the children of the heroes of this movie. Oh. I hope she gets fucking eaten by sharks. Jurassic Park.
Yep. She got Jurassic Park.
Yeah, sure. I was actually kind of disappointed that she got eaten because neither of them deserved it. But the apparently the White House is made out of Legos. There's no mortar in the bricks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. So later on when he runs into Fognado with sharks. I honestly thought when Ian Ziering was air swimming back to his car that it was a dream sequence.
Yeah, I thought so too. Like there was a couple points where I was like, he must be hallucinating or something. Like,
that was ridiculous.
I almost forgot about Fognado.
And then there was Nova Casey Jones, which was okay, I guess.
Yeah.
But the thing that the thing that I thought was when they get in like the Beast, the battle station, I'm like, oh yeah, mobile homes, those fare well against tornadoes.
right?
So David Hasselhoff couldn't get back to the shuttle with the jetpack that he just used to go out to the fucking satellite.
Moon.
He went to the moon.
But then he can go to the moon.
Yeah, he went to the moon. What?
And the lunar lander's still there. Yeah.
Why couldn't he just climb inside one of those shark escape pods?
Yeah, like Ian Ziering, like his son.
Okay, what is with movie father deaths? Like Superman's dad in Man of Steel, he's like, no, don't save me. It's okay. And this
I
guy's
saved
like,
the dog, isn't that enough?
yeah, and then they replace the dog literally in the next scene. It's a different dog.
I'm gonna take this because I have to follow up to James.
Okay.
With something that I will rarely say.
I love you, James.
Well, I was going to say James is right.
What?
And let me explain this. James he hit the nail on the head on a number of things, but he was saying that he was disappointed with Sharknado 3 because it wasn't over the top enough. And here's the thing. During the entire time I'm watching Sharknado 3, my biggest desire was that I want a Sharknado 4. Because I feel what they staged in Sharknado 3 is the ability to go that much more over the top in Sharknado 4.
So they're laying down groundwork.
Oh, yeah,
exactly.
Just so we were watching the Age of Ultron of Sharknado movies.
Really?
Oh, did I totally just steal it?
No, you didn't, but like... Yes. that is a well put statement. So here's my thing. So I'm like, I just want Sharknado 4 because I know it's going to be that much more outrageous, right?
Yes.
He's also right, though, that 3, while more outrageous than 2, is... Wait, who else said it? It's more outrageous, but it is less fun. That was Colin.
Yes.
I said that as well.
Yeah.
And Eric. All right, I'll agree with Eric.
I ain't said shit.
Yeah.
At the end, yes, Terry Reid died. Oh, spoilers. Terry Reid died.
Nope.
Well, then we have the end, but is it Finn?
I don't know.
That was so bad. Like I actually laughed at it. That was such a bad joke that I laughed at it. It was amazingly bad.
I think I sprained my optic nerve rolling my eyes.
they definitely opened it up for the Nova. You know, they shut down one of the legs of the triangle. Now we got some Nova Ian going on, even though she did weird things with his son.
Dude, she was like, hey, your dad's hitting on me, wink, wink. I'm like, damn, you're just working the entire family tree there, aren't you?
Well, keep it in the family, you know? And they still maintain... Oh, that was my other... I should really stop giving away my Sharknado 4 titles. I was going to say Sharknado 4 is going to be called Eat Fresh because if you notice the corporate synergy of Subway is even more and more existent to the point where not only do they have Jared Fogle, they had like Subway, they actually had like a scene where he runs across a giant fucking Subway banner ad. It will be Sharknado 4 Eat Fresh. Do you want a cookie and a drink with that?
So, what was the subtitle of Sharknado 2? One was
Enough Said.
That
was Enough Said.
What's
Enough
Enough
Said
Said?
was
I thought it was
Sharknado.
like another one or something.
The second one.
The second one.
And
Okay.
then the
Also,
third one is
anyone else notice in the opening there, Bill Engvall as the Secret Service? That just bothered me.
Fucking the Hulk is a Secret Service.
Yep.
And yes,
that
Lou
was cool.
Ferrigno.
That made me laugh.
Lou Ferrigno made
Where
me
he
super
gets the
happy.
selfie.
Yep, he's showing his selfie. And someone else stole my why the hell couldn't he get back to the ship, though he could, scoot his ass over to the middle.
Dads just want to die.
Something nobody mentioned yet. James started leading into it, and I thought he was going to take it from me when he started talking about the White House crumbling like it was made out of Legos.
Yeah.
Finn and the fucking president, blaze of glory, killing off some motherfucking sharks. No one can say that president didn't take action.
Oh,
True.
Eh?
True.
Are we getting
Okay.
Nobody would be calling him a pussy at a Trump rally, that's for sure.
Right? This is where Chris announces his support for Donald Trump.
I just think that maybe we should not let any sharks in the country until we get this whole thing figured out.
There's something going on with these sharks. I mean, something's going on. What's going on with these sharks?
Maybe if we built a giant dome.
Simpsons did it.
Oh, but here's the thing: you keep the worst part about this movie, though, is I think that you noticing all these like B movie actors, like, oh, it's it's fucking Teal'c,
Chris Jericho was in it.
Christopher something from
That's who
fucking
that was.
Yeah.
The wrestler?
Yeah.
I knew he was a wrestler, I just didn't know his name.
1,000 fucking either B actors or people from other stuff were like, oh, isn't that? Oh, they're dead now. Oh, isn't that? Oh, they're dead now. Oh, they're dead now.
Yeah.
They killed off a lot of not really famous people.
Yeah. Sharknado fodder.
Lou Ferrigno.
I'm okay with that.
Here's the thing, though. This movie was retarded as fuck. It was definitely enjoyable. I really enjoyed it. I like it was not a good movie by any standards, but it was an enjoyable thing to watch. And like I said, I hate to admit how much it really amps me up to want to see a Sharknado 4.
Yeah.
We should have
fucking
a watch
went
party
to
this
goddamn space. They
Had space sharks!
They took a shuttle out of mothballs, a super secret shuttle that they had ready for the emergency that the world needed. They took it out of fucking mothballs so the father-son team could go into fucking space to save America. Because technically not even the world, just America.
Yeah.
Just the eastern half, the other
Yeah,
part
that
half.
too. So,
Chris, the A is silent.
Oh, I'm sorry. To save America. So here's my point. America.
America.
Enough said.
Enough said.
No, that was the first one.
Yep. Donald Trump for president.
Good stuff. Okay, well, that leaves just Jamie.
All right.
Take us.
I know, John, you told me to watch the other two, and I just couldn't swing that. I did because I've been working a lot, but I did get a chance to listen to the Sharknado and Sharknado 2 podcasts, so hopefully that gave me all the plot points I needed.
That fucking...
Hey, do we use synopsises here? I don't think that's...
you used our podcast to dictate
Hold on.
what those movies were about?
I want to peel back the curtain a little bit. Because this is the only time I'm going to admit this, and audience, prepare to be shocked.
Uh-oh.
So we recorded Sharknado, the very first episode, or the very first Sharknado. It was maybe our third or fourth episode that we ever did of this podcast. And we did it Sunday right after the World Cup final. Now, me, James, and Chris recorded that at Chris's old apartment, and which was like just a couple blocks away from my friend's house where I watched the World Cup final, and I got fucking lit during the World Cup, and then went over to Chris's apartment. I did not watch Sharknado. I read a couple of plot points.
He was literally wiki the fucking movie before we were recording.
I read a couple of plot points on Wikipedia, and then I just pretended I watched the movie.
Oh my god!
And you know what? He was no less accurate about how good the movie was then.
You know what, Eric? You missed out.
No, that would have been Sharknado 1. He didn't,
No, but
watch.
so if anybody feels like going back and listening to that episode, I'm like, maybe there was like a Japanese businessman, right, guys? Yeah?
You're saying Sharknado 2 or the first one?
First one.
Sorry, never mind. You didn't miss
The
it.
first one is fine.
You know what? You know what though? Like, it all evens out because if you recall, that was the first episode of the podcast I was supposed to be on. The day came and I realized, I don't have a mic for my computer, and so I had literally watched Sharknado for no reason. and this was like a defining moment in my life because I realized that was the worst thing that had happened to me in a long time.
So audience, go back and listen to our review of the first Sharknado. James makes an excellent Catherine Zeta-Jones joke.
Oh shit, he does.
That fucking Michael Douglas joke.
Yep.
Oh my god.
She gave the sharks cancer, right?
Don't give it away.
All right. Anyway. Yeah, Jamie.
Okay, my first note. So I haven't watched the first two, but so I'm kind of viewing this movie differently than you guys. I am viewing this movie from within a vacuum. I'm watching this
A shark vacuum.
a shark vacuum. I'm watching this from just as a standalone
Eye
movie,
of the
more or less.
Shark Storm.
Wow.
All right, Bond opening with the double chainsaw.
Oh,
Pretty
yeah.
classy.
Yep.
That was sweet. That was sweet.
And then my next note is Ann Coulter. Tell me she gets eaten. I noticed I was like listing all the cameos, so I just kind of put pointless to mention any cameos because it's just like an overload. They just keep cramming them in. It's like, oh, that's
nobody
somebody,
knows who
that's
they are
somebody.
anyway.
It's like, I'm pretty sure I saw that somebody, but I don't know who the hell that is.
I kind of wish they'd put that one fast food guy that I'm trying to think of in the movie. There's this one
the Hamburglar?
No, there's this one guy that sells fast food that really would have been awesome to.
Pedophile?
No.
Ronald
So no,
McDonald.
it's not the king. It's not Ronald McDonald.
I'm going to suggest Hamburglar again.
I guess I can't think of him.
He must be thinking of the Grimace.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, right. Clearly, Curtis.
Colonel Sanders.
Oh no, he was friends with Colonel Sanders, right?
I don't think he was.
I think their daughters played together.
Okay, Chris also mentioned that it was great that the statue was actually functional. The chainsaw statue. I said it was somewhat functional because it does have a battery on it, which is good thinking. You don't have to worry about power. Yeah, right.
You know, because when a Sharknado strikes, you don't know if you're going to have a plug.
Right.
Or gas. Or if you're in outer space.
But the blade was only, not even a foot long?
It was like a 6-inch. Hey,
you can do a lot.
You can do a lot with 6 inches.
I've never heard her complain, guys. I've never heard her. Nobody's ever complained to me.
I heard it was a good size.
About your solid gold 6 inches?
It's more than enough, guys. It's more than enough.
It's 4 inches.
It's
all
literally
prime.
the motion of the ocean.
I got 3 inches of blue steel diamond cutter.
Yeah, I wake up every morning with 3 inches of blue steel diamond cutter. Wait, it's like blue steel diamond cutter. Oh,
That was
3
blue
inches. Blue vein diamond. That's what it is. I wake up every morning with what is it? Rock hard blue vein diamond cutter. All 3 inches.
Yay, the wire.
Then
Yay, the wire.
Finn spits out a line. He says, "Water flows down."
Don't go to a bunker, yeah.
That's science, folks.
Yep.
There's a lot of science in this movie.
Finn laying the science
a
down
lot of
for us.
science, like how a shark got into a locked bunker.
Like how a
I
shark
like,
breathes
I
ice.
like when he was like, this is literally the safest place ever. Shark eats him, but like there is no access point for a shark because the way it was
It's
shot,
a
that shark
locked
literally
fucking-
came
yeah.
out of the corner.
Yes.
Like it came out of a
It
corner
came
of like
out
concrete
of
walls.
the locked bunker.
Right.
This is what I'm saying.
Tara Reid looks better than I thought.
Yeah, Jamie.
Acting about what I expected.
Yeah, Jamie. Her face moved this time.
It did move. I noticed it moved. I noticed there was a NASCAR tie-in. They had NASCARs, and then they actually dropped sharks on the Daytona 500.
Yep, they had
Guys spotted the
two actual
tagline.
racers in this movie.
I love
Right.
that they introduced those cars, and you already know they're going to drive them,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, except they barely show you driving
right?
them.
It was kind of disappointing.
So I just have in here, I imagine there's a lot of crossover between audiences.
Yeah,
Sharknado and NASCAR.
lowest common denominator. I believe
that
they
is
call it.
that is the target audience.
Like,
I
honestly,
guess.
there should be probably a Sharknado car.
How about a shark race? Shark jockeys.
Shark jockeys.
Oh goodness.
Okay.
Space crabs.
Space
Well,
crabs.
if they had a bunch of like 70s Corvettes drive around in a circle, you could have a Mako Sharknado.
Oh,
That's
Welcome.
true.
Suck my balls.
That's the best tagline to a joke ever. Chris, you should be a stand-up comedian that just goes up, tells really bad jokes, and
then-
tags them all with "suck my balls."
And then just
yeah, well,
aggravates
fuck you.
You're welcome. Suck my balls.
No, James, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Okay.
All right.
Let's see
Chris,
here.
Chris is funnier than fucking that guy from New Jersey that we talked about last week.
David Cross?
No, the
well, yes. Chris
Dice.
is definitely funnier.
Oh, Andrew
than
Dice
Andrew
Clay.
Dice Clay.
Yeah.
He's also funnier than Chris Christie.
Oh,
I mean,
And then it was actually already mentioned before, but my wife brought it up. Jess makes the point: a Sharknado is more plausible than a teenage girl forgetting her phone. It
absolutely.
was brought up
Yep.
before.
Yep.
She made the exact same point.
Yep.
Totally true. The
Yeah,
whole
she's
movie
never
falls
forgetting.
apart
That was a
right
wife.
there.
That was a note from a wife.
Yep.
The Sharknado sharks
Which
stay in the
obviously
air.
proves she was paying more attention than she wants to
Yeah.
admit.
I told you that's how they start. That's how
during
it
the
started.
360-degree eye roll, it's guaranteed that at some point you'll be looking at the thing you're rolling your eyes about.
At least once. Sharknado sharks stay in the air longer by eating birds and ice.
Yes.
So,
Yummy.
science.
yeah.
Well, birds can fly, so when you eat them, you're lighter.
Right.
Science.
Which is why every
And-
time we eat chickens, we can fly.
Well, chickens can't fly.
Well, and ice floats, so obviously
It's a
it's
bird.
lighter than water.
A broken clock stares into the abyss twice a day.
Not if it's fast. Not if it's fast.
Wow.
Stares into the abyss. Jesus.
That's science right there.
I had a fucking Nietzsche dream the other night where I was a monster hunter, but
Was
the
I
other
Nietzsche?
The monster was
the
you?
other monster hunters were hunting me because they thought I was a monster, and I was like, "Shit! I've been playing too much Bloodborne."
Let's see what we got. Oh, the F4 Phantom effects, the jet that they were flying.
Oh, God, I totally forgot about the fucking chat. That was so goddamn ridiculous. Continue.
I said it was about Xbox 360 quality graphics.
Yes,
That was at least
especially when they hit the
PS4.
water. When they hit the water, it was like
360 tops.
when they hit the water, it was like, well,
Well, when they hit the water, the entire plane disappeared.
Maybe
I know.
Wii U.
Yeah.
it looked more like a shark than a plane.
It's
And
trying,
it vanished
trying
so
to be next
fast it
generation.
took their clothes.
Yep.
Yep.
Right. It took the jet and their clothes, which was my next note.
Serious
The
cheese.
obligatory slow-mo underwear emerge. So,
Which
classy
was
move.
actually pretty awesome, but
That's good enough for Apocalypse
Yeah.
Now. It's good enough for Sharknado 3.
I was on board.
Okay, so like, no homo, like that, like Nova looks great, but am I wrong, or does Ian Ziering actually look better than her in terms of like how good a guy can look for that age versus how good a girl can look for her age? Because
he looks better
awesome
than some guys half his
dude.
age.
He looks amazing.
He looks
like
really
really
Ian Ziering should get more work.
Jamie.
Uh-huh.
I'm just looking down at my stomach going, well, fuck you, Ian Ziering.
Ian Ziering should get more work because he's not a bad actor and he looks good.
He needs to. They need to just like make him Gambit or something. I don't know, like some Marvel thing, and get him in there. I don't know.
Are there any ginger Marvel heroes?
Yeah, sure. Let's make one.
Why
up.
not?
Let's, you know what? Or we can go DC. Let's have him be
No
Shazam.
Soul Man.
That's cool.
It's not tall enough for Shazam. but
Ooh, they
I
should
like your
they should
enthusiasm.
redo Green Lantern and have him be the fucking Green Lantern.
Dude, he should be Guy Gardner.
Is he a Green Lantern?
This is the Unbearable Podcast. A podcast about comics. Old comics, new comics, and nothing but comics.
Okay, back to Jamie.
At this point,
that
I have
sounds
a
like
prediction.
a zombie.
Oh boy.
My prediction is either at the end of the movie or in real life, Universal adds a Sharknado ride in place of a Twister ride.
Ooh.
Yeah.
They did
You know
show
what?
the
If
Twister
they
ride.
I would
how
ride
great
that.
of an idea is that?
Yeah,
It is. It's
that would be hilarious. That would be awesome.
Break Bill Paxton's poor heart. And Helen Hunt.
He'll have to cry into his mountains of fucking money.
Sub question: why is this Twister ride still there and the Back to the Future ride got taken out?
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
says wearing a Back to the Future shirt. I think you're biased.
Also,
Hey,
they showed
that
that,
was a
they
good
showed
ride.
that Twister ride like 3 or 4 times.
Yes,
Are they
they-
trying to drum up interest in the Twister ride?
Yeah, it's the same thing Disney did with fucking Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tomorrowland.
It's a small world after all.
Dude, that ride's fucking dope.
I've never been to Disneyland.
The next movie coming out from Disney Hall of Presidents.
I'm going to Disneyland.
All of Presidents, the movie.
As long as you get to surf on their portraits, I'm there.
The touching lines Ian has to deliver, mostly on like the space station, or no, the space shuttle, and all that kind of the stupid stuff he has to utter, are awful. But he really delivers it. I mean, he's taking stupid fucking dialogue
Yeah.
and giving it as much as he can.
Yeah.
So I got to give it to him.
Yeah.
on
He is
that.
in earnest.
He is in earnest. Yes.
You know what
You know what I mean?
No.
Well done,
I'm
gentlemen.
so glad.
Thank you, Colin.
I'm so glad. we
Ian
brought it
Ziering in their Jim Varney story.
The mascara shotgun. A good friend of mine is actually a representative for Benefit Cosmetics. Benefit had a little shot in, let me think, it was in the Winnebago when they first go into the Winnebago and they're looking around, seeing all the guns and shit. They have a little makeup display set up. And I'm like, holy shit. And I pause and I show Jess, my wife. She's like, oh my God. So she takes a picture of the screen cap. And then it shows up later with the mascara shotgun, which is also Benefit Cosmetics. So I thought, that's fucking crazy. So we got to call our friend up and it's like, Benefit's in fucking Sharknado 3. And she's like, yeah, they actually helped fund the movie. And they flew a bunch of them out to the premiere in California.
Oh, wow.
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 Like, what? And
Did your
Jess is
friend
like,
kiss the
you never
Ziering?
told us that. I guess she figured we wouldn't be interested, but fuck, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was your friend's
I
follow
wanna
up?
go
Why
to
are you watching
3.
Sharknado 3?
No, she didn't question it, but she's like,
I was going to say, I think I know which friend, and she wouldn't question that.
yeah, she was all like, we were like, oh my God, this movie. And she's like, yeah, I know, I've seen it a couple times. He's like, what?
Seen it a couple times.
I mean, it's the employee manual at this point. Everybody has to watch it on their first day of work. Sharknado 3.
How to deliver product to a customer. It's just the shotgun scene.
So this is what we're about. And then
goodness.
the scene where they're delivering, I guess, pseudo-delivering the baby through shark gills.
Yeah, it's called
With the reaching hand. That I'm watching it and my mouth is agape. I look over to Jess. Her mouth is dropped. And she's like, I'm like, what's happening, Jess? She's like, she can't say anything. She's just watching horrified. No words.
I pretty much felt the exact same way. That was the one part of the movie where I was like, what the fuck?
Yep.
If it doesn't make you go like that,
seriously.
then it's not a Sharknado movie.
Correct.
Because wasn't there a part like that in 2?
I don't remember.
I know you got your mind broke on the first one when
Schlorp.
Schlarp.
Yeah, the slurp was ridiculous, but in the second one, I don't remember there being something like that in 2.
Maybe where Judah Friedlander said, "I don't know, I'm a shark." I don't know. I stopped podcasting a long time ago, guys.
I'm right there with you, dude.
In summation,
That's okay.
out of
I'm just
5
like-
Sharknadoes, I give it a solid 3 Sharknadoes.
All right. I agree with you, Jamie. It's definitely middle of the road as far as Sharknadoes go. But I definitely recommend watching 2, because 2 was a lot of fun.
Okay, I'll definitely watch 2.
Let's just say Sharknado 3, we've all come down on it, and we've all
Kinda
pretty
like
much
water.
agreed
Water
that...
comes down.
Yep.
You're right. Water flows
Yes,
down.
water goes down. Yep. And
It's not even.
And,
It's not.
Not even.
That's not even.
not even.
It's
It's
not
not
even.
even.
Like sharks.
No.
It's not
Sharks
even.
float
It's gravity, guys, and gravity is waves.
Yep.
Let's face it, we all know that
Space.
Colin. That Colin
Space.
is a scientist, and he knows that that's true.
It's not. No.
Yes.
It's
All right.
okay.
This is how it would happen in real
Yo,
life.
guys, gravity
so-
is a wave, and it moves at the speed of light. That's the
No,
truth.
it's not.
Hey,
It's
actually,
Yes, it actually is.
we've
Oh no,
found
no, no,
That
no,
is a
you're right
thing.
because they just saw
Whoa,
the gravity
whoa.
wave.
That was
The
yes.
gravity wave,
That was
which
that
is super
was in the
exciting.
news today.
and there's sharks in that gravity.
Oh my fucking god! I bet there
Yeah.
are
They're probably
So, with that
micro
being
sharks
said,
that we
we
can't
are
even
gonna
see.
nano
Yeah, let's
sharks.
take a break.
Chris. God,
Nano sharks.
Jesus
I'm walking away.
Christ.
Guys,
Sharknado
rein
4
it in.
nano
you're
sharks.
you're losing good game material here, because when we come back, it'll be time for the game.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
We didn't even mention Shark Movies.
One morning in May, some 30 years ago, I was born an astronaut son. My name is Finn, though I couldn't swim, till that storm put me on the run. Now I'm fighting Sharknadoes, fighting them while they slow. Now I'm fighting Sharknado with my samurai sword. Now I'm fighting Sharknado with my kids and their mom. Now I'm fighting Sharknado with my helicopter bombs. Day had been one, we went on vacation to the city that never sleeps. My wife lost her hand and I had to crash land, cause our plane flew into those freaks. My friend Mark McGrath and my wife Tara Reid, they both look like faces of death. I'd rather knock socks with Vivica A. Fox, those fishy fuckers ate her to death. Now I'm fighting Sharknadoes off the Empire State. Yes, I'm fighting Sharknadoes, cause they ruin all my dates. No, I'm fighting Sharknadoes, jumping into their paw. Oh, I'm fighting Sharknadoes with my giant chainsaw. Oh yeah, baby. Why don't you open up the throttle on that? Let that baby roar. Come on, let me hear it roar. Oh yeah, there we go. Ah, yeah. Next to CC, they're gonna honor me, but I really could give two shits. Till a Sharknado comes and everybody runs, and it blows the whole place to bits. From DC to the Keys, fighting sharks on the breeze, they'll lead up the entire East Coast. But before we blast off, we must hassle the hall for America.
Welcome back. It is now time for your favorite part and mine. It is time for the game.
Nietzsche. Although, to be fair, my favorite part is when Eric says tally ho. But
Yeah. It's all downhill from there.
it's all downhill from there.
So, the game this time around, we are going to visit the Sharknado 4 movie.
Yeah.
We're going to predict how this is going to shake out. And here's basically the rules. Everybody's going to tell me what their version of Sharknado 4 is what their predictions for Sharknado 4 are going to be. And I, of course, am going to arbitrarily pick somebody that I feel I like that week and let them choose the movie. Now, there are a couple of things that I would like to see addressed in your predictions. One of them is that they have really started to delve into the mythology of Sharknado in Sharknado 3. They've started talking about what might be the cause behind all of this.
Wait, they did delve into it in 3, or we're supposed to delve into it in 4?
In 4.
They did a little bit in 3.
They did a little.
And we need to get more in 4.
Oh, okay.
Yep, and we need to get... So what I want to know is, what's causing Sharknado?
Don't make me do
Sharknado
this.
origin.
Are you asking us to shark-splain it?
I want a shark explain. I want a
Shark explanation.
You got some shark-splaining to do.
Y'all ready
want
for
the-
some explanation?
Sharks playing in time.
I want the subtitle. I want the premise. I want the, I guess, ultimate antagonist, because I think 4 is probably going to be the end of the Sharknado movies.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Well, we'll treat it like it is,
Okay.
or at least give it a good go.
All right.
And then,
No chance.
you know,
That sci-fi says no to making money.
and then what I also want to know is the ultimate fate of Tara Reid's character. Did she die in 3, or is she coming back?
All right. Nope. I know what it is.
All right. So who wants to go first?
Not me.
Well, give us a fucking second.
Yeah, we don't all just freeball it like you, John.
You guys have been spitting this out like all
Hey,
podcasts.
we've been giving away possible titles, not plots.
I gotta come up. I gotta come up with the
Actually,
tagline.
that's all I have right now is the title.
All right, Chris.
Okay,
With this novella.
here's the thing.
All right, Melville, get to it.
All right,
Didn't he write about a
Call
whale?
me Chris now.
if you figure out the reference of the title, you have to say something. Okay, Sharknado 4 Salvation.
Terminator?
Right.
So that should give it away.
Okay.
So,
Oh, there's time travel. Isn't
Gil, who's Finn's child, who was born at the end of 3,
Yep.
travels back in time.
Oh, shit.
So we have a character who introduces himself to Finn. Now we're looking at the movie, right? And tells him that the Sharknadoes are directed towards him, and it's not by coincidence. The whole scheme by the sharks was to lead up to get his father, the Hoff, to sacrifice himself on the moon so that he would not go on to to release a recipe for shark fin soup that would wipe out the shark population on Earth. It's later revealed that this is the second attempt to save for Gil to save Finn from the sharks, which is ironic because his first attempt, where he goes too far back, is his second attempt to save, which is why Tara dies, because the sharks were trying to kill Gil, but their attempt was too late, and they accidentally miss killing him because they just killed her. But they try to stop him from being born, and then going back in time, which is ironic because his first failed time travel is what causes enough it causes chrono pollution, which allows the sharks to become psionically capable of making Sharknadoes.
Oh, wow. I like that.
I'm not
sorry.
going to give away the end.
I'm sorry. All I
me
can
Ishmael.
picture is Chris in like an ill-fitting shirt and tie in a boardroom, pitching this off of a bunch of crumpled papers and just sweating profusely. I'm sorry. on the moon, and the sharks go back and Gil time travels.
And then this happens, and then this happens.
Like guys in suits are just looking at him, and he's just fucking sweating.
I'm so
done.
happy how well-rounded this came out.
Yeah, that's really good.
Are you surprised? I kind of am.
So, Tara Reid, she's
dead.
ultimately dead.
She's dead.
Okay,
She's dead.
Okay.
The sharks tried to kill Gil before he was born, but they were too
Right.
late in their attempt. Like, that hitting her was not an accident. That was
Well, you know what?
purposeful.
And I love this because there's an added complication.
Yeah.
In the beginning of the first Sharknado,
Yeah.
Finn and Tara were Splitsville.
Mhm.
It was only the act of the Sharknado
Well, if we know
itself that
anything
brought them
about
together.
Terminator, which is the joke I'm going off, every time they go back in time, they fuck stuff up to end up causing them to have to go back in time.
That's right.
So,
Wow.
haha. I wrote a Sharknado movie.
Yo, did I?
Yes, you did. And it
every
was a great Sharknado movie.
Never mind.
Anyone follow me up. Seriously, I fucking dare you.
All right. Okay. All right.
All right.
Next Sharknado movie. Zombie Tara Reid comes back. Okay, it's like 5 years later. She comes.
What's the subtitle?
Well,
Oh, okay.
all right. Zombie Tara Reid
for
comes
it.
back. It's like 10. It's like 5 to 10 years later. So Gil is a little boy, and Zombie Tara Reid comes back, and she wants her child. She's part woman, part shark, part space shuttle. Meanwhile,
That makes sense.
Gil. Well, I mean, come on. It's all there.
okay,
It's
shuttle,
all
yeah,
there.
yeah.
She's definitely
Yeah,
part.
no, I'm with you.
X-Cop
I'm with you.
X-Cop rules.
So-
She was bitten by a space
Yeah,
shuttle.
you know, yes, exactly. She's bitten by a space shuttle, so she's
It's science, guys.
Part spatial.
Meanwhile, because of the special circumstances of his shark-assisted birth, Gil can psychically communicate with sharks and control them.
Oh, you fucker!
So
you stole my
April-
idea.
So April comes back from the dead and claims her son and convinces him that it's his destiny to control the Sharknadoes and create these phenomenons that will cleanse the world and open for a new future completely dominated by sharks and shark-human hybrids. Finn, who's now hooked up with Nova, has to defeat April and convince his son to return to the light and use his shark control powers for good. And Frankie Muniz becomes a Lord of the Sith. In Sharknado 4, fucking fuck.
You kind of stole my tag.
All right. Well, Jamie, if you need a second to.
No, it's all right. I'm going to do mine. It's
All right.
slightly different.
Just
so.
do it anyway, whatever.
All right. Sharknado 4. Fuck you, that's why.
That's a good one.
Okay, so it's determined that sharks are mutating from all the birds they are eating. They are getting hollow bones, and thus they are lighter, so it can go up into the Sharknadoes and why they're reaching farther inland.
If they produced
Chronotrons.
Tara Reid is dead, mainly for the fact that she asked for too much money for Sharknado 4. She pulled a Harrison Ford. Finn and Nova and Gil, who's now 10 years old, it's 10 years later, get a submarine, a super special submarine, to go down and look for the Shark King. The Shark King rules Atlantis and is summoning the Sharknadoes through magic. And
that holds up.
and
That's scientific.
Yep.
Magic, it's science.
And sending the Sharknadoes inland. But the Shark King is like the big head honcho. But the thing is, since Gil was born in a shark, like Colin said, he's got shark sense. So he can communicate and is like, do you remember kind of like Ripley when she was kind of part alien? She could kind of like sense aliens and talk to them or whatever.
Yes, I remember that shit show, Jamie.
Yes. So
Also in number 4.
Thanks, Joss Whedon.
the Shark King is Finn's father.
Oh, what?
Finn's real
Wait.
father?
Wait,
Real
what?
father?
Or David Hasselhoff on the moon.
Oh, right. Real father. The
Oh,
real
okay.
father.
Oh, so he is the Shark King.
Right.
Okay.
So wait, so Gil's
He's
the
the Shark
Prince.
Prince. Right, there you go. Yeah.
James, do you want to go last?
I can, or I can go now, I guess.
You should go last because I haven't got shit. So we should end this on a strong note because I got a few words written down here.
All right.
The first two just say Snado 4.
I told you, that's a snake NATO.
Snado 4, fuck you, mom.
I'll have to clean my room. I'm an adult.
I do have it noted here. I only have a couple of words on this page, but I do have it noted here that Tara Reid is alive and she's a cyborg.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, right. Okay.
And apparently she's bossing around Gil.
Aw.
It says here that the bad guy's name is Cod Fishman. And Cod Fishman was causing the Sharknadoes through some kind of controlling. And he was Cod Fishman was just pitting his top two predators against each other so he could be the king of the sea. So that's Sharknado 4. Fuck
Good
you, Mom.
try.
I think
That adds up.
my favorite part is where he said, "It says here," like as if somebody else wrote it and handed it to him.
All right,
goodness.
guys.
All right, James,
Okay.
bring it home.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I can I can deliver on that, but all right. So let's see. My title is Sharknado 4: Sharkpocalypse Now.
Yeah,
There we go.
And, all right. So obviously, of course, they save Tara Reid and like rebuild her like RoboCop and everything like that. And
Obviously.
yep, using her cybernetic brain and Finn's weather expertise, they start working with the National Weather Service to develop a protocol for controlling the weather so that they can actually kind of, and they start making real headway when all of a sudden they get a distress call from the moon.
Oh.
And it's David Hasselhoff.
He found some oxygen.
He didn't find some oxygen on
some oxygen.
on the dark side of the moon. He finds
Vampires.
an alien.
He got bit by vampires on the dark side of the moon, right?
Nazi vampire werewolves.
He finds alien vampires, a base of alien vampires on the moon who are controlling the sharks through the tides. Yeah, 'cause it's a moon.
The moon, though.
So
Fucking moon. Oh, it's the fucking moon.
So he hijacks a spaceship back to Earth from the alien people and finds out that the leader of the alien vampire sharks is Spock Shark. Spock Sharks.
What?
An immortal
Spag Shakrits.
Spock Shackles.
Spag Shakrits.
Oh my god.
Spock Shackles. He
Shackles,
is the alien vampire shark demon, immortal demon king.
Oh,
And
wow.
he wants
That sounds an awful like a lot like a Shark King. I gotta say.
This sounds like a fucking Blade movie.
yeah. And his entire plan was to use the Sharknadoes and the moon to wipe humanity off so that sharks could once again live on land.
Where's the Daywalker?
Once again live on the
Oh my
land.
god.
No, Gil is the daywalker.
Well,
The land walker.
Yeah.
You know who would be-
hand walker? Yeah.
You know who would be amazing as the Shark King?
Ugh.
Dave Thomas. Wendy's. Still got it, motherfucker. Still got it. Still got it.
You are the only person that didn't see that.
Is that an instant winner?
Kind of, but I'll finish. I avoided it like 4 times in this podcast already. Only to get caught on the 5th. I guess I was just too excited about my fucking
Shakrix.
Spack Shakrix.
Spack Shakrix. I just want you to know I'm so drunk. I could almost not get out Dave Thomas and almost just said Bernie Sanders, founder of Wendy's.
That would have counted.
I had the best burgers.
Too
Too many people in America. It's unfair that in America.
So James, you got an end to your epic.
And then
Sorry,
this
James.
is the end of the first act.
Oh my god!
Spack Shakrix realizing that his plan has been revealed, now needs to take matters into his own hands. He flies down to Earth after Finn's dad, and instead of focusing on how to control the Sharknadoes, they focus on building super shark spider suits. And
Spack Shakrix.
Spack Shakrix, not one to really
like
get his
mech
hands
suits?
dirty, chooses 4 special sharks as his shark generals and mutates them.
God damn it!
At the end, the Sharknadoes merge together into a gigantic sentient shark beast, stomping across the U.S., and it takes Finn and Tara and Nova and
Gil.
Finn's dad all to join together in the newly formed Space Shuttle / Robomech to meet the shark monster head on.
What's the Robomech called?
Ooh.
Gypsy Stranger?
That sounds like a sex move,
Gypsy
James.
Danger. Fucking Gypsy Danger.
I gave her the old
Pacific
Gypsy
Rim.
Stranger.
This is a Gypsy
Stranger.
Stranger.
Oh my god.
Spack Shakrix.
What, do you want to get sued?
Jesus. Oh my god!
Okay.
Thank you, James.
Cod Fishman.
God,
You got quite
Okay.
the decision to make, John.
I do. I mean, I love Chris's. Love the whole Terminator
Angle.
time travel angle. That's great. But I also like giant mechs. But he made a Pacific Rim reference, and I hate Pacific Rim.
But it was
So
a Power Rangers thing more
you.
than Pacific Rim.
yeah, but you said he mutated the sharks, so I expected you to go for the obvious and talk about street sharks,
Yeah,
but you never
I
did.
thought you were going to as well when you said 4
Yeah.
of them.
Well,
Yep.
I mean, 4 bad guys, 4 good guys.
Street Sharks.
They have to fight on the
Street
ground
sharks.
before they get
Anyway.
in the mech.
Anyway.
So
Street
question,
sharks.
guys.
Awesome.
The shark porn that we were looking at,
Yeah.
that looked a lot like Street Sharks, right?
Yeah,
that
but
what
there
that
was a
was?
tornado in the
It
background,
had a
thus
tornado
making
in
it,
the
yeah.
background.
It was a street Sharknado porn.
Okay.
I could go with that.
Just check.
It was just fucking terrible in every
Life,
way.
life is hard on the shark streets.
You know what? The decision,
No, Colin. It was beautiful.
you know, the decision was made for me though when Colin got in a Dave Thomas, founder of Wendy's.
Yep.
Can't win the game. I can win the other game.
Yep. So we
Just
gotta give it
throw
to
away
Colin.
my talent over here.
All right,
I'm leaving
yo.
on this show.
I got a movie as old as I am. A movie I've never seen, long
So
overdue.
what, it's like 45?
Yes, Chris, it's 45. It's 45 and it's old and shriveled and its life is over and its dick doesn't work. Just kidding. Made in 1979, The Warriors. I've never seen it.
Neither have I.
I've never seen
Obviously.
it. I've never seen it. It's been recommended to me over and over again.
Note all of the actors that were in this before they were famous. When you watch it, seriously.
Yeah, this is
Seriously.
a very
Including,
before they
if
were
I'm
stars.
not
I was-
mistaken, a Swayze, isn't it?
I was very excited.
No Swayze.
I was very
Who
excited
am
when I
thinking
was
of?
browsing
Oh,
on the.
never mind.
When I was browsing and I saw it was on there, I was really stoked. So I'm very excited to see it.
Anyway, the point is that next week we are going to be watching The Warriors.
Shepherds, come out to play. Sharknado, come to play.
Good night, everybody.
Cod
Bye-bye.
Fishman. Come out and
Cod
play.
I'm not a man. I am a cod.
Come out to play.
Gypsy Stranger,
Yeah.
Spack Shakrix.
That's what I was saying. I knew
come out to play.
Spack Shackers. That's the best. That's the best fucking autocorrect. Or not even.
That's a
Do
great
not
name.
come out to play. I don't want to play with you, Tara Reid.
Okay.
Spack
Good
Shackers.
night.
Spack Shackers out.
A great big thank you to our staff graphic artist, Tabby Walters, the Weekly Cast, and our listeners. You can listen to our podcast on iTunes, the Stitcher app, through YouTube, or directly on our website. Feel free to send us a movie review suggestion. Every third episode is Listener Appreciation, where we choose from your suggestions. You can reach us through social media, either by liking our Facebook page, John Hates Movies YouTube channel, or following our Twitter at John Hates Movies. Our music was composed by Kevin MacLeod. You can find this track and many more on his website, Incompetech.com. Thanks for listening, and tune in next week to hear someone say...
All right, Sharknado 4. The real bad guy is another dude. And the plot is they have to kill sharks, and they are alive because it's implausible.
I think we found a cold open.